Hey, this is Trey from the Conversation Havers podcast, and this episode is brought to you by ReVital-U. They're a coffee company that helps you suppress your appetite, give you a clear, focused state of mind, and lots of energy. I've actually tried it, and I can honestly say I've noticed a difference in how I've felt. So whether you're trying to lose some weight before summer starts or you just work a lot, ReVital-U can really help you out. If you want to request a free sample, you can hit up zacharyfeeney.revital-u.com, and that's Feeney. For any other questions, you can hit up Zach at 713-898-2355 or zacharyfeeney23@gmail.com. Hey, what's up, y'all? It's Trey from the Conversation Havers podcast.
This is Collin.
And,
welcome to episode number 8.
Yeah, number 8. The lucky number 8.
That's a lucky number in Chinese, actually.
Oh, for real?
Yeah, no, that's actually Beijing held the Olympics in 2008.
Yeah.
And they had it start on August 8th, so 8/8.
At 8 o'clock or something?
At 8:08 o'clock, so...
Damn. How lucky were they in those Olympics?
I think they actually won that Olympics.
Like everything? How do you win the Olympics? Because
you get the most gold. I think it's between gold medal and total medal count.
Oh, okay.
So that's actually the only Olympics in the past I don't want to say 100 years, but very long time that the U.S. didn't outright win. Because
Damn.
I think the U.S. won total medals, but China won the gold medal count.
Damn, so maybe this 8 thing...
Yeah.
Do you have to be Chinese for it to work?
I don't know. I mean, 8 is my lucky number, too.
Oh, shit. I forgot about that.
Yeah, my Xbox username is I'm number 8. I was born on August 4th, so that's the 8th month of 1998.
Mm-hmm.
And I was number 8 through all my Little League sports. In high school, I was always number 78 when I played football.
So, always number 78?
Yeah, because
I thought you were number 8.
I was an offensive lineman, and they won't let you be number 8 because that's a skill position number.
Yeah. For a running back or something.
Yeah, well, it's for quarterbacks, kickers, punters, and I think receivers can have it in high school. Is
that just there for no particular reason? They're just kind of
Well, the numberings are so you can see a player and more accurately, it's for the refs, I think. So you see a player and you can more accurately assess who that person is and what position they were playing.
What's the significance of why refs have RJ on their back? Is that their initials or something?
I think it's the initials of the position they're not playing, but they're there's a line judge and there's a side umpire. I don't know the names of all the specific types of referees when it comes to football, but it's there's 5 or 6 different types of refs.
Damn.
That look after different things.
Okay, I thought so. Do those those letters kind of tell you which things they judge?
Yeah, if they're the line judge or the head ref or the umpire or
wait, there's an umpire in football?
I think one of them is called the something umpire. I honestly don't know.
Sports
refs.
Are wacky, man.
I don't know refs that well. I played. I didn't ref. I yelled at a few refs, but I mean,
come on, ref. Nah, I just I like the idea of RJ. They're oh my god, it's Ronald Jefferson. He just threw that flag. Looks so good. And then it's an instant replay of him tossing that shit.
I don't know, man. I fucking hate.
You hate refs?
Yeah, kind of. I heard a story about a pro NFL player back in the day who had to retire because one of the refs was throwing a flag and he threw it straight at the player and hit him in the eye. And those are little sandbags.
Yeah.
And it detached his retina and he had to retire.
Damn, what a fucking asshole.
Yeah.
Damn, ref. Throw it on the field, not in a dude's face.
Yeah. Also, basketball refs are the worst types of refs.
Why is that?
If you've ever watched a basketball games,
they get in the way or something?
They actively hold grudges sometimes.
They try to block on the
No, but there are definitely referees that have rivalries with specific teams.
That's wow. And I mean, I'm sure there's been hella refs that have like taken bribes and shit like that.
Yeah, there's specifically one NBA ref who's like very infamous for taking bribes all throughout his career and like.
Damn, is there a 30 for 30 on him?
I don't think there's a 30 for 30 on him, but there's probably something else.
Yeah, some type of documentation of his fuckery.
Oh yeah, no. The guy, I think he's like responsible for, a lot of people blame him for like throwing like the finals of some year.
Shit.
Like the actual NBA finals might have been like tainted by a corrupt ref.
That's cray.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, so I guess this episode is going to be all about our top 10 favorite Olympics ever. And number 10 is China 2008.
No, that's not even top 10. Fuck China.
What? Fuck China? Nah, shout out China. This is episode 8. They teaching us about how 8's a lucky number. This finna be a lucky ass episode. Even though I said episode 7 was gonna be lucky, and like
7 is a lucky number in like Christian, like Judeo-Christian theology. So, I mean, there is that. But no, this episode isn't actually our top 10 favorite Olympics.
That'd be fucking stupid. Well, actually, I already know what my favorite Olympics is, and that's when Michael Phelps beat that French dude by like a millionth of a second or whatever.
That was 2008.
Dude, everyone in my house, we were like freaking the fuck out.
I do think 2008 was the best Olympics that's ever happened, because that was
that year?
Yeah, you had Michael Phelps barely beating that one dude who was an asshole too.
Yeah, and he's French.
He was just like actively just talking shit the whole time. Michael Phelps beat his ass. And then you also, it was mainly just swimming that year. You also had Michael Phelps come in, win 8 gold medals.
Yeah,
like
8 gold medals in China.
Yeah.
Fuck y'all.
And you had the relay team beating the French relay team.
Yeah.
Where that wasn't Phelps that did that one. That was Jason Lezak, I believe, was his name.
Yeah, I remember that.
Because I don't think the guy that Phelps beat was French. I think he was from somewhere else, but he was talking. I think he was from South Africa.
I don't know. I'm gonna say French.
He was talking a lot of shit, but the whole French team was talking tons of shit about the U.S. team the whole time, talking about how bad they're going to beat them in the medley relay and all that crap.
We can swim better than you.
Yeah.
That was the worst French accent. Like, I don't even know how to do
I've heard worse. If I were to try one right now, it'd be worse. But
the only one I can ever go to for sure is, like, Bon Voyage from The Incredibles. He's like, Mr. Incredible! And he tries to, like, blow himself up.
Or just say, like, baguette in a French accent.
Baguette!
That. Yeah.
I'm gonna go to France one day, walk up into a baker's shop and go, baguette!
Oh, baguette!
Yeah, and they're just gonna be like, oh, okay, I got you.
Yeah, I got you.
I got you, fam. Oh my fucking god.
Alright, so anyways, what this episode is actually going to be about is we're just kind of going to be going through, like, kind of popular stories, what's active, and, like,
What's poppin'
in the entertainment scene this week.
Yeah, who doesn't like to be entertained?
I like being entertained a lot.
People that don't like entertainment.
Yeah, I've never met somebody that doesn't like entertainment.
Well, yeah, you would have to be like a sadomasochist to like not like entertainment, and I'm not even talking TV shows, because it's like entertainment as a concept. You can get entertainment just from like sitting.
Yeah, you can get entertainment from like murdering people.
Yeah, exactly.
If you're like a murderer.
But like, I don't think anybody does shit that actively like makes them not entertained.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, they're probably out there somewhere.
Somebody who just cannot feel the emotion of happiness.
I mean, no, those people exist. I'm saying like people that actively do shit that they are not entertained by. That has to exist too.
I guess.
I don't know where I'm going with this. I was just like,
anyways,
philosophizing or whatever the fuck.
Yeah, we're gonna be shifting the we're kind of gonna be shifting the show towards more of like a entertainment, like discussion, news, analysis, whatever you want to call it, type show.
Yeah, at least in this episode, because like it could change in the next one. We could be talking about.
But
I don't even know.
Yeah, just kind of overall to kind of try and get like one solid theme that can connect the show a little bit.
Well, the theme is that we have conversations. That's
that is
the
true.
theme.
That is true.
We got to keep it general enough. You feel me?
Yeah, no, definitely. But anyways, so we're just gonna start off with like what's in theaters this week, like the movies that are all in theaters. We've always been very much, I wouldn't say movie snobs.
Yeah, we just like movies a lot.
Yeah, we've always liked movies. Both of us have wanted to be directors at different points.
Yeah.
Very much interested in just...
I don't know. It's like, I just, like, my whole life, the only thing I've really cared about was art. And that's drawings, paint, like, literally anything. You know what I mean? So, films are... I personally think that films are probably the greatest form of art because you have imagery, sound...
It's a mix of all other forms of art.
Exactly. And story, like, all in one thing. So it's like, that's why I think whenever you see a good film, it's like so amazing.
I know I heard this somewhere. I don't know if it was Stanley Kubrick or who said it, but
he said movies are dope.
Yeah, movies are dope. Stanley Kubrick. But no, they said that every single frame is like a painting.
Oh, that might be from something, but there's a really good YouTube channel called Every Frame a Painting. Yeah. And he does like film analysis. It's a super dope channel.
Yeah. I think that is from like a Stanley Kubrick quote or something.
Yeah, I'm sure.
But yeah.
But it's totally true.
Yeah, no. And so along with that, you just have like soundtracks. Like movie soundtracks are very much like slept on as the aspect that can make or break a movie.
Yeah. No, it can. Yeah. But one thing I've been finding recently is like video game soundtracks. Like there is so much good video game music. Like all the Kirby games have fire music. Mario, Sonic, like all of them hoes.
Well, whether it's original score type deals, which those would be, or like
sampled music.
Sampled music soundtracks. Like my favorite is Skate 2.
Skate 2, damn. I mean, I can't think of any of the songs off my head, but I love that game.
Yeah, like that game, it has Through the Fire and the Flames. It has...
What? In a skating game?
It fits. Like...
That's funny.
Has Through the Fire and the Flames, has Showdown by Electric Light Orchestra, which, because of that game, that's like one of my favorite songs of all time.
ELO is a great band.
They're very, very slept on band within like...
If for our generation, yeah.
Yeah.
But like old people be like, hell yeah, that shit.
Yeah, Lopey hitting.
No, that's the thing is like I do feel bad because I do feel I'm lucky enough to have gotten a taste of everything from a young age. You know what I mean? Like I was pretty much everything you could think of genre wise, and I got a good taste of a lot of different good bands. So like I feel bad for people that have only been listening to like Lil Wayne since they were a kid. And like I'm not saying Lil Wayne's bad, like he's one of the best rappers ever, but it's just like there is so much beyond.
There's like, so much more.
Yeah, like I saw a tweet the other day and there's a dog rattling outside. I don't know if the mic is picking that up.
It's probably picking it up. There's a dog somewhere.
Jingle, jingle, jingle. But anyways, like I saw this one tweet and this guy, he just said like, If all you listen to is trap, you're missing out. And people were calling him like racist and stuff, and it's like no.
Was that Alec? Was Alec, right?
Yeah. And it's like
I saw him tweet that too.
It's like like there's so much otherworldly music, and I listen to trap every single day, so it's like, but it's like, I don't know. There's so much stuff that people are missing out on music wise.
Also, I think it's kind of funny how like rap, trap, all that in itself is turning into different genres.
Oh yeah, like they've got some like Spanish type dum 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 dum, like. But
you've also got like
6ix9ine was heavy on that Hispanic.
Yeah, but you've also got like Uzi and like X and
X was on some like early 2000s punk shit.
Yeah, I mean Uzi has been a lot too.
Maybe not to the same degree.
Not to the same degree, but he has. And Juice WRLD.
Yeah, Juice WRLD's on, like, they're all on some, like, 3 Days Grace. Which is, honestly, that shit is kind of whack to me. Like that form of music, like
if you listen to like Ski Mask's album,
yeah,
there are songs that are straight like screamo at times.
Yeah, I was pretty selective in my screamo. Like I liked Circa Survive was obviously one of my favorite bands, but they're not even, it's not fully screamo all the time.
Yeah.
But like Under Oath is probably my favorite screamo band.
Yeah.
I still really like Under Oath. They got some fire ass shit.
But you've also got, and I mean it's a joke, but like you've got Old Town Road right now, which is going into like country trap. And I think there's a legitimate audience for that.
Oh yeah, definitely. That song in particular, it's like it samples a guitar and it's using country themes, but it is most definitely a trap song. Like the percussion is.
If we're talking like the whole debate of like, is it a country song or is it?
The thing is, someone brought up Florida Georgia Line, and like they've been using trap shit. Yeah, so it's like
that's what I've been saying this whole time. Is like if you're gonna count like Florida, like this is at Billboard right now. Like if you're gonna count Florida Georgia Line, like Luke Bryan, Sam Hunt, those guys. Yeah. As country,
they have been biting the new shit. Yeah,
like that. They've been like going off of like pop and rap for a very long time now. So like, you should probably just like, they've already bastardized country enough. Like, just throw Lil Nas X
country has been a lost genre for a very long time. Like, there's a couple. There is country artists out there that are like low key that you don't hear about a lot.
Yeah.
But
I fuck heavily with Sturgill Simpson.
Yeah, he's really good actually.
Yeah.
I just so happen to really like the older country, and even then I'm very selective with it. Like Neon Moon is deadass one of my favorite songs ever. Mm-hmm. I love that song.
I'm very much like I can get with like 60s like outlaw country. Yeah,
dude. Okay, on Fallout New Vegas they have a song called Big Iron. That song is really, really cool. It tells a story. It's pretty cool. And okay, another thing, I want to get off the subject of country music and like actually go into what we were going to talk about, but I am going to bring up one last point. Is like I heard this one guy, I forgot who it was. He was some Texas country singer, and he was just talking tons of crap about like Lil Nas X and how like it's like it's not a country song, like country song, like listen to George Jones and Willie Nelson and like that's country. This doesn't embody any of that. And it's like, have you listened to your own genre? Yeah, I was about to say, well, I don't even know who this dude is, but I guarantee you he makes just like back roads, baby girl, come down. We're gonna go to the bar and get down. I love you, take you down to the lake.
You know, you actually had something going there for a second.
I have straight up, I remember I was like, we were on like a trip. And I was just like taking things off the road, and I like it was like an 18-minute country song that I was singing, and it's so easy. Like we may have said it on the podcast before, but I have said multiple times that like if I know I could either be a country songwriter or singer. If I just had the right connections, I could be making a lot of money just penning like 3 country songs a day, selling them to freaking Blake.
Shelton.
No, Blake. I was trying to think of a more generic, like Blake
Johnson.
Blake Johnson.
But
God, and if you look at all of look at like their album covers, it's all just the same shit.
It
like
really
that shit is so AIDS.
Or like Luke Bryan has an entire song where he's just talking about a girl like shaking her ass.
Oh yeah, baby girl, shake it for me.
Yeah, and it's like you're gonna talk about how country music is like being bastardized by this guy who Old Town Road actually like has like a story and themes to it, you know?
I'm not even gonna lie.
Like not to a huge extent, but there is way more than like.
I haven't listened to it all the way through just because I've literally heard it 18,000 times just off memes and shit, and like I like at this point I can't even listen to it anymore. Yeah. And I haven't listened that deeply to the lyrics.
Yeah, I mean neither have I. I'm not like a. Old Town Road like expert connoisseur, but like if you listen to it, there is definitely much more of like a story and a theme than there is Luke Bryan just like, baby girl, psych it for me. And it's like...
Back roads.
Yeah, it's very much... Just the whole controversy is very stupid because...
Modern country music is easily the most soulless music I've ever heard in my life. Like, I've never heard the most formulaic, factory-made, just like, ass.
Yeah.
Pretty much. So, I mean, but okay, one last thing.
Okay.
Uzi and Lil Tracy made that song about, I got horses in the back like a farmer. You've heard that?
I think I've heard about it because I've heard a lot of people like getting mad at Lil Tracy for saying that him and Uzi like invented country trap.
I mean, they did make that song like months and months before Lil Nas X. And there was another guy on Twitter who he easily has my favorite country trap song, and it's the one I can't even remember everything else or what it's called because I just watched it on a Twitter video, but he says like, my wife's got a flat ass, but she's got some big tits. Like, that's like the only lyric I can remember, and that shit is funny.
I do remember that.
Yeah, that one's easily the funniest in my opinion. Even though the Uzi and Tracy one's pretty funny too, especially since like the picture was like two little white kids like in country gear. Okay, entertainment. So now,
actually into just. This week's movies, we'll kind of get some, movies kind of will be going into what's in theaters this week, but some of them have been in theaters for like over a month now.
Yeah.
So the first one is Us.
Yeah.
So I kind of want to hear your thoughts. Neither of us, have you seen it?
No.
Neither of us have seen it. I want to see it personally, but.
See, here's the thing, like, I feel like I'm not a very good moderator for entertainment, especially new movies, just because, like, I don't give a fuck about most shit that comes out. Like,
really?
Yeah, like, I really don't care. Like, I do think Jordan Peele has a very cool style, like, visual style. I still haven't seen Get Out, but I've seen enough critiques of the movie. Like, I've pretty much seen it. You know what I mean? I've seen every part of the movie.
Yeah.
And I was very impressed. Like, even when the first trailer for Get Out came out, like, I love the part where she just, like, the lady, like, said something and he starts sinking into the couch. It's, like, visual stuff like that is super cool. And I thought the whole movie was super dope in terms of visuals. But, I don't know. Like, I don't even know what this movie's about.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay, so...
I know it's, like...
I can kind of lay out, like, the premise for you.
Okay.
Because I meant to go see this a while ago and then I forgot to. But... So basically, it's like this family of, I believe it's 4, and you've got...
Yeah, it's a son, daughter, wife.
Son, daughter, wife, father.
Husband,
and the husband and wife are played by...
Lupita Nyong'o?
Yeah. And then Winston Duke, who's just the massive motherfucker from Black Panther and Avengers Infinity War, who plays M'Baku.
I know I've seen him, but, like...
Yeah.
I don't know.
He is truly like a large human being. Like if you see him in Infinity War, like he's just standing there like next to all the other superheroes and they're all like maybe up to his chin.
Damn.
Yeah.
That's cool.
But anyway, so it's basically they're out on vacation. I don't know exactly where. I don't think it's important. But, you know, everything starts out like horror movies go. Like, everything just starts out like fine and dandy.
Mm-hmm.
Happy family, happy vacation, or whatever. And then all of a sudden, like, these 4, like, masked beings show up. And each one is, like, almost like a perfect... It's like an uncanny valley copy of one of the members of the family.
Yeah.
So it's like, it's them, but also it's... like something's off.
They're like demons or something like that.
And so basically it's kind of about them like trying to like defeat these demons or at the very least like get the fuck away from the demons.
Shit, I'll check it out.
Yeah.
Like I said, I've seen a little bit of the trailers and it's like it looks visually cool. So if the story's good and it's like an intense horror movie, sounds dope.
And I think Jordan Peele, just from having a comedy background, definitely can put like unique spins on horror stories.
Yeah.
Because like I remember when I first heard about Get Out, I was like, this is like the same guy that does Key and Peele and did like freaking weird college football player names. Like the same guy who wrote that is
Taj Mahal, Bookshank, or whatever the fuck.
Hingle McCringleberry.
Yeah. That like first time I saw that video, I was literally like, I could not breathe. That shit was fucking hilarious.
But no, so I was like, these guys, the same guy that made that is like making this, like something's off. And then I watched it and I was like, okay, this looks like something that would have come out of his brain. Like,
yeah, I think a lot of like comedy oriented artists can go into horror. You know what I mean? Because like. Or at least serious roles. Like there's been Jim
Carrey and The Eternal Sunshine of the Spotless Mind.
Yeah, Is that Eternal Sunshine of the Spotless Mind?
Yeah,
I think.
Like he gives just an amazing performance in that.
Yeah, and
it still shocks me that he didn't win an Oscar or any sort of award for it.
Yeah, I don't know. But there's a ton of examples of. Like people that were like, oh, they're just comedy, like they're just the goofy guy, and it's like no, like they're an actor, like they can assume other forms, you know. So I don't know, I'm not surprised by any of that.
Yeah, so it definitely, I'm really excited to like see the movie and like see where he can spin that, because none of his movies are classical horror movies. Yeah.
No, and what I do like, or like a lot of people were mad at him because he said he doesn't ever see himself casting a white character or a white actor in his main, and it's like, fucking fine. Like, I don't give a fuck. Like, do you know there's literally millions of movies with white leads and white casts? Like, fuck it. But who gives a shit?
But it does kind of bring up an interesting point, because outside of that, of Get Out and Us, I can't really think of horror movies with black leads.
Yeah. I'm like, there's black characters, but they usually get killed.
Yeah, like instantly.
Yeah.
I think wasn't Trey Songz in the most recent Texas Chainsaw Massacre?
Maybe, I don't know.
I think he was.
Dude, the Texas Chainsaw Massacre movies are very interesting. Like, have you ever like gone through and looked at what they're all about? Like, the first one is like the best one, obviously, and it's like an actually really intense 70s horror movie. Yeah. And I don't know. That was one of the most terrifying movies to me as a kid. Like, I was afraid of Leatherface being in my attic for some reason. Or anytime we're just like driving down the road in Texas and it's like some abandoned house out in the middle of the fields. It's like, that is where Leatherface is. Like, he's in the hoe cutting someone up. But in the second one, it literally goes into like the goofiest comedy you can.
Really?
It to the point to where it's like disturbing. Like, it's very weird. And then the third one, is
that on purpose?
Yeah, it's by the same director as the first one. He just went 100 times into like the goofy slapstick comedy direction, like off of this like super serious.
But like, is it on purpose that's like disturbing?
I mean, that's just the way I perceived it. Like, I just saw. I'm sure it's like so goofy. It feels like. It's like an insane movie. Like, it feels like something of a brain. Like, the movie itself feels unhinged. Just like so crazy. It's just wacky. But it's not like actually scary. Like, you can watch it and you won't be like, ooh. You'll just kind of be like, what the fuck?
Kind of like any weird. Of the other Halloweens after the first one.
I like Halloween 2. The first Halloween 2.
Yeah.
But it's
the first two.
But yeah, they get pretty stupid afterwards. Like, they get very, very
I haven't seen the new one that came out.
I enjoyed it.
October, really?
Because Halloween, the OG Halloween, is probably my favorite horror movie ever, and it's like
I know that in the new one, that's the only one that's canon. Is the OG.
It treats it as a direct sequel. None of the other movies happen.
I kind of wish
there's like 4 Halloween timelines in all the movies. It's funny.
I kind of wish the second one was, because I kind of like the second one. It's not as good as the first one. You can choose.
I like it because it picks up directly after.
Yeah.
It's like, it's not over. Like,
yeah.
But, obviously the second one doesn't even touch the first one, in my opinion. But, it's still, like, I think it's a pretty entertaining movie.
Also, another interesting thing about Us is that Jordan Peele had the entire cast, like, watch, I think it was 15 different horror movies, so they would have like I think he called it like a common horror language.
Interesting.
And like it ranges from like It Follows was in there.
Yeah.
But it ranges all the way back to like the 60s or 70s.
Damn.
Like from like classic like horror like stab movies.
Yeah. Slashers.
Yeah, I was trying to think.
No.
Slashers to like movies that came out like 2-3 years ago.
Speaking of soundtracks, you were talking about soundtracks making or breaking a movie. Yeah. I think It Follows is one of those movies. It would not be nearly as scary. Like, go listen to some of the tracks off that, and like you'll be like checking behind you. It's pretty fucking creepy.
It Follows is. Here's the thing. I don't like horror movies, not because I think they're. Not because I don't like being scared. I mean, I don't, but that's not the reason. But because a lot of horror movies just use scaring you as like an excuse to make a bad movie.
Oh yeah, there's a ton of horrible because the setup is like very.
Almost any found footage movie is like that.
I think if you had never I'm pretty sure you've heard of the Blair Witch Project and all that. It's like, if you had never seen or knew what it was and watched that, I feel like most people would have a hard time watching that, or at least be flustered a little bit, you know.
Also, I've heard so many just batshit stories that have come out of the filming of that movie.
Oh yeah, there's like documentaries on just that movie.
Like, people were like, the actors were scared that they were actually like accidentally in like a snuff film.
Jeez, that's fucking crazy.
There's some crazy shit that came out of that movie.
Damn. Yeah, I don't even really, but I mean, found footage, I feel like it started as a genuine cool idea that someone had, and then
Paranormal Activity happened.
Yeah, Paranormal Activity is not scary at all. I literally, I've never okay, people talk about how The Conjuring, I've heard a million people say that The Conjuring is the scariest movie they've ever seen.
Yeah.
I watched that and, like, didn't even flinch.
I watched was the second or the third Conjuring, and the entire time I was just, like, making fun of the movie.
Yeah,
like,
no, it's fucking just the most predictable, like, literally, it's like, the character's in a dark room, everything gets like deathly quiet. It's like there's going to be a loud noise coming and something is going to visually happen. Or like they'll like look one direction and the camera will follow them looking that direction, and they'll look back and there's a scary face. It's like, if you're scared by this, I don't know what to tell you.
I was watching it with my sister and my cousin, and the whole time they were just like freaking out, and I was like, 3, 2, 1. Like, do you remember when me, you, Thomas, and I think Charles was also there, and we went to go see The Lazarus Effect just to make fun of it?
Yeah, that's the one about the like they're in a hospital or something.
They're trying to bring things back to life.
Yeah, they inject someone with something. Like, with a giant syringe. Yeah,
at first they try a dog, and the dog just goes, like, apeshit, and then one of their friends gets hit by a car, and they're like, we'll bring her back to life.
Good idea, guys.
Yeah. And the whole time, like, we were, like, everyone else in the theater was trying to actually watch it, and we were, like, 15 or 16, so we were all little dicks, and, like...
Were we being loud or something?
We were being, like, loud and obnoxious and just, like, roasting the movie.
Fuck.
Which, at the time...
There's so much about my life I forget about, like...
At the time, it was funny to us, but like looking back at it, we were kind of being dicks, but also it was a terrible movie.
Yeah, I don't remember anything from it.
Yeah.
It might be because I was 15, but I also just I feel like that's such a nothing movie.
Yeah.
Like, there's a lot of nothing movies that come out.
Like,
and
the
it's
whole
just
time
kinda,
we were just like roasting the ever living shit out of the movie. Like, we were
I
like,
do remember
oh,
it being
no.
stupid though. It was pretty stupid.
Yeah, no, that was that had a Childish Gambino in it, right?
Yes, it did.
Yeah.
I like how we don't even call him
Donald
Glover. Childish Gambino.
No. So, all right. I think that's. If you want to move on to the next.
Yeah, we can move on to
one
the
that we
next
have
one.
listed is Shazam.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. I mean, I'll see it just because I have an option to see it for free.
Yeah.
But the trailers look absolutely horrendous. I literally could barely get through.
I actually saw it, so I very much enjoyed the movie. It was definitely a little overly cheesy at times.
Yeah.
But I think through that, it was also the most well-made DC movie because it didn't try to be anything bigger than it was.
Yeah.
Like, outside of one, I'm not going to spoil it, but outside of, one little thing at the end, there's no, shared, connected universe. It's very much within itself.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. From the trailers, it doesn't feel like the same universe.
Yeah.
It doesn't, not even close to anything of the other DC movies.
And I think it does. I think that's one of the reasons that it's a very good standalone, which is what DC is trying to do right now, is just build standalones.
Which I think is probably the best option because, if you want to get people's ears, I think telling people that you're making a movie where it's Soviet Russian Superman and Batman's another Russian guy who's trying to take him down, that immediately it's that sounds damn, that sounds like a fucking crazy ass movie.
Yeah.
It's and it's a different actor. You don't have to worry about seeing anything before. You just go in and watch it. And DC has so many good Elseworld stories. I think they're
gonna try and build one shared universe, but also I think they're only gonna focus on these standalones for the time being.
Yeah. To
kind of contrast Marvel. In Marvel's oh, you want to see this movie? Okay, you have to watch these 18 movies before.
Yeah.
You have to know all of these in-universe references because it's important to the plot.
Yeah.
And
which it just so happened that most people are up to date on it. But it's
and not that there's anything wrong with that, but I do think that there are people that are tired of it.
Yeah, and especially, I don't know, I feel like Marvel, they're not going to take as many risks. It's if you're in a universe where it's a separate thing and you can do anything. You can kill off Batman in the first 15 minutes. People would be pissed, but it's we just fucking killed Batman on screen.
Yeah.
What?
So I think that part of that just really helps Shazam out.
Mm-hmm.
And I think it's very, I'm not going to say extremely well made, but it's
competent. It's competent.
It's competent.
Yeah.
And it's very enjoyable. It's got funny moments. It's got serious moments. I wouldn't say there are any tear-jerking moments. I think there's one specific moment that tries to be a little tear-jerking, and it's kind of it doesn't quite hit that mark, but it it invokes the emotions it wants to evoke, but it doesn't.
To have a well-rounded movie, you need to have some type of emotional part. It doesn't matter if it actually brings you to tears. Yeah. It's just a part of the structure of the film.
Yeah, and so I think...
Because I haven't had a movie make me cry. I don't know if I worded that right, but I haven't had a movie make me cry. So yeah, I said it right. But I haven't had that happen in a very, very long time. Same thing with being scared from a movie.
I don't know when the last time I cried in a movie was. I know when the last time I cried from a TV show was, but not a movie.
I teared up. I didn't fully cry, but I started tearing up whenever I watched Toy Story 3.
Oh, yeah.
And they're going into the fire. I was like...
Oh, dude, that's such an emotional
And
moment.
you know it's not gonna happen, but it's like in that moment, I was just kind of like
ready to embrace or like
death.
Like,
You're just like, damn,
it's dark as shit, and they're all just like, all right, I guess we're gonna
burn.
Go into this together. Did you see Inside Out?
No, I didn't.
Oh,
I heard that people like bawled their eyes out watching that.
There's one scene.
I'll watch it.
Where it hit me.
Okay.
Like there's very much like one scene, and The Good Dinosaur, which I feel like is a very slept on Pixar movie.
I guess so.
Because no one talked about it when it was coming out.
I didn't even know it was out.
Yeah.
I saw one little teaser. And
Disney didn't do a great job advertising it because it was their first time releasing 2 Pixar movies in 1 year.
Mm-hmm.
So everyone had already seen Inside Out.
Yeah.
So no one really cared that much about The Good Dinosaur.
Yeah. Also, I mean, I'm sure everyone said this before, but like Pixar just is not on the same shit they used to be on.
I wouldn't agree with that.
But hey, I'm not gonna lie, I have missed out on a couple of the movies, so maybe I'm not. But like Finding Dory, I felt like was just very not on their level.
They've made a few disappointing sequels.
Whenever you go from making masterpiece after masterpiece, like literally, how was their run? Like they had a run of films from it's like their first movie up until they're like
until Cars 2.
I feel like even the first Cars is when they started to get...
First Cars was like their 5th or 6th movie.
Really?
Yeah.
That's fucking crazy. But, I don't know. I mean, as a kid, I enjoyed it, but it's like, I don't know.
I like the first Cars. I think Cars 3 is great. Cars 3 is the rightful sequel to the first Cars, and I think even Disney doesn't want to admit that Cars 2 exists.
What is Cars 3? It's just about him getting hurt and having to rehabilitate and win the race.
Have you seen it?
No.
Then don't judge it. There is kind of like...
Is that the plot? Like, there's a new guy.
That's part of the plot, but it's not the whole plot. Like,
okay.
I mean, I'm not going to just say the entire plot right now, but like, it's part of it, but it is very much kind of... It is the rightful sequel to...
Okay.
The first one.
But yeah, I remember watching Cars 2 and it felt like a DreamWorks, just like nothing movie. You're just kind of like
you're kind
animated movie for kids, like whatever.
Which I think is Pixar's only movie where it's gotten to that level.
Finding Dory felt like that. Like
I thought Finding Dory was better than that.
Yeah, no, I'd say better, but it's still like I was watching it and I was like, this is the most unnecessary. Like I'm never gonna watch this again. That's just how.
Yeah, I don't really have any motive to watch Finding Dory again. Don't really. There have been a few disappointing sequels in Finding Dory. Monsters University was a prequel. Still,
I saw like a couple minutes of it.
That one, it was good.
See, this is what I'm saying. They're on a losing, or not a losing streak, but just on a weaker streak.
But
it's like when
it stopped just about there. I mean, there was a
Can you name another masterpiece?
Inside Out.
Okay.
Coco. Have you seen Coco?
No.
Coco fucking slaps.
Okay.
Watch Coco.
Okay.
Let's see.
Is that their last movie that came out?
I think it was, because I don't think they released one in 28. Oh, no, Incredibles 2. That Incredibles 2 is on the same level.
Really?
As the first Incredibles, for sure, yes.
I was getting a bunch of SJW vibes from that shit. But
I can
also,
see
I can entertain.
From, like, trailers, how you would think that, but it doesn't play out like that at all.
I guess so. I'll check it out. But I already do know the twist, which seems like a very... Like, even from the trailer, I was kind of like, those are the bad guys.
Yeah, the twist isn't the most shocking twist, but I do think it's played out very well.
Okay.
So, I think Incredibles 2 doesn't disappoint, because I waited like 15 goddamn years for that sequel.
Yeah, that's the thing. Everyone, like, I kept seeing tweets of people like, oh man, don't let these kids up in here. It's going to be all adults. And, like, I was kind of feeling it. I was like, yeah, I'm ready for Incredibles 2. And then just as the trailers came, I just, like, lost interest.
Really?
Yeah. But I don't know. Maybe I've just become too jaded. Like, I don't know. I'm not feeling most shit that comes out nowadays.
I can't even think of other Pixar movies coming out besides Toy Story 4. Which, by the way, I am still very excited for. Because the Toy Story franchise has not let me down at all.
Yeah, I mean, at first, I remember whenever they first announced it, I was like, no, they should only, just 3 was such a good ending, but it's like, whatever, fucking, who cares?
Here's the thing, I don't give a shit as long as they're good. Like, I think a lot of people are gonna be like, oh, you know, like, corporate Hollywood and all their sequels, and it's like, who gives a shit? Like, you're getting more, like...
Good movies
with characters that you love. Like, as long as they're not bad movies, I don't care.
I feel that, but I'm on both sides of the fence. Like, I feel like it's not even, it is kind of on some like fuck Hollywood type shit, but it's also on some just like, I have personally, like, I just feel indifferent to most movies that come out. You know, it's like, there's a couple, like, obviously I like superheroes, so like, I'm gonna see the superhero movies, but it's like, other than that, it's just kind of like, just, I'm chilling.
Yeah, no, I found myself, like, not going to movie theaters for, like, 4 months at a time, which would have been unheard of for me in high school.
Yeah.
Because I was going, like, once a week at some points.
Damn.
Well, you were going with me.
Yeah, I guess so. Like I said, I don't remember, like... My memory.
You have the worst memory. I was editing the last podcast, and I was like, "All right, we're gonna make a drinking game, and it's every time I have to explain something to Trey, we're taking a shot, and we're gonna end this show fucking hammered." Like,
yeah, and I fully admit it. I do remember some stuff, but it's like there's huge gaps.
Yeah,
like most of high school, most of middle school.
A lot of high school blends together, but if I think into it more, I can remember like specific things a lot better.
Yeah, no, I can remember specific things, but it's also like, I don't know, a lot of it does bleed together.
Yeah.
So.
Which is crazy because I'm only like almost 2 years out of high school now. Holy shit.
No, it's been 2 years.
Not 2 years since we graduated.
Oh, for real? I thought it had been 2 years.
No, it'll be 2 years in June.
Oh, okay.
But, yeah, no. Anyway, so back to Shazam.
Yeah, Shazam.
I would say overall, it's probably the most, outside of Man of Steel maybe, the most well put together DC movie.
Okay. Man of Steel's still my favorite DC movie. Like,
I would say it's...
Best Superman movie, easy.
It's on that... I wouldn't say it's quite on that same level, but it's the best since Man of Steel.
Okay.
Definitely better than Aquaman. I don't know why everyone loved Aquaman so much.
I think it was more the global market that made it so big, because that movie was the ultimate just popcorn cheese factory, like
it I enjoyed watching it, but not for the reasons I should have enjoyed watching it.
Goofy romp. I mean, I enjoyed the giant fucking battle at the end, where it's just like it's like massive crabs and giant, like, I don't even
people.
It's like a million things happening at once. It's a giant aqua battle.
Yeah,
like that shit was pretty cool. I'm not even gonna lie.
Yeah.
But and I'm happy they went actually comic accurate. I really hope that the next wave, like whenever they do the X-Men movies, whenever Marvel brings in the X-Men and the Fantastic Four, I swear to God, they need to do comic accurate. And like, Shazam, I want to see brown and yellow Wolverine with the giant mask. Like,
and Shazam, not that I read tons of Shazam comics.
Yeah. But
everyone has praised it for being very true to the comics.
Yeah, it looks straight out of the New 52. Yeah. Like the New 52 origin.
Exactly. And so I think they're gonna pump a sequel right out for this one too.
Of course.
But I think one of the reasons they've given is because most of the main cast is kids. That they want to, like, for it to be like cohesive and stuff like that, they're gonna have to make the movies fast.
Yeah.
Just so the kids stay approximately the same age.
Yeah. Are the kids good in the movie? Because it's like, I feel like if a kid in a movie is either really good or really bad. There's not really an in-between where it's like... I mean, there probably is, but it's like most of the time I feel like it's either...
There's 5 kids, 6 kids in the main, like, Shazam family.
Yeah. Because he's like in a...
It's very half and half.
Okay.
I would say there are 3 of them that are definitely, like, good, solid. Like, Billy is solid.
Yeah. Well, hopefully he's the main character.
Yeah. He's very solid. I was pretty impressed with him, actually.
I have always liked the idea of Shazam, like, he's a little kid and then he turns into a man, but he still has the brain of a little kid. Yeah. And it's like, so he's like saying all this little kid shit. Like, I always thought that was
that also does play into like the funniest parts of the movie for sure. Yeah. Is when like that kind of stuff is going on. Yeah. But yeah, there are definitely, I would say there are 3 of the child actors, which one is really, she's like 17 or 18. Mm-hmm. So I don't even know if you can consider that a child actor. But 3 of them were really good, and then 3 of them were really bad.
Okay. But how much screen time do the really bad ones get?
It's not much, but they do come into play in some very like vital scenes at times. Okay. But also, it's not scene ruining bad for the most part. Maybe early on.
Well, here's the thing. I'm going into this movie with pretty low expectations. Yeah. So if I'm entertained even slightly, then that'll be cool.
Yeah. I would say overall, it's second to Man of Steel within the DC universe. Okay. I would say Justice League is probably just a little bit behind it. Okay. Because I think Justice League was a good movie.
I didn't think it was that bad. Yeah. Especially all of the shit that went into it. Yeah. Like, the fact that it came out the way it did is impressive. Yeah. Especially, like, I mean, Zack Snyder's daughter committed suicide, like, while he was, like, 3/4 of the way through the movie. Yeah. It's like... And then Joss Whedon had to come in and, like, do reshoots and then pretty much finish the end of the movie. And it's like, the way that it came out, it's a miracle that it came out like that. Yeah. So I don't think it deserves that much hate.
I was like very happy with what came out. I think that a lot of it, like, it wasn't as good as like Avengers, or it, like, if you're gonna compare it to that, it wasn't as good. Like, Steppenwolf is like not a great villain.
He's just a gray big monster.
Yeah, he's a big monster.
No personality.
That wants his mother boxes. Yeah.
To bring Darkseid there. Yeah. I wish we would have at least gotten a glimpse of Darkseid.
Well, in the original Snyder edition, you would have.
So, I want to watch the Batman vs Superman Zack Snyder cut. I know it's not like a ton, but I would like to see the differences. Yeah. Because for me, the movie isn't good, but like, I don't know, I enjoyed it. The
fight itself very much lived up to the hype that I had for whatever it was, like 3 years.
Yeah, it is a very Dark Knight Returns battle. Yeah. Like, it feels like
the fight and like the things surrounding the fight lived up to all my expectations. But the movie as a whole, like, just like the fact that they revealed Doomsday in the trailers.
You talking about from the nightmare scene?
Well, no, like
Doomsday in the trailers.
They revealed Doomsday. Yeah, and so it's not even that, like, when it comes out in the movie, no one even cares.
That's like, just the problem with marketing nowadays. It's like they
did screw that up in marketing, because if that was a twist that they never revealed,
that would be a whole nother aspect to the movie that it's like you wouldn't have seen coming. But they really gave everything away, and it's like,
you could have predicted that entire movie.
Oh yeah, just from the trailers.
Which sucks, because so many movies are like that nowadays. And going into something else that I won't go too into, but that's why I think Endgame is going to be so amazing. Yeah, is because they are giving nothing away with these trailers.
Yeah, no, they've actually done a great job. Like, to be honest,
there's no, like, you cannot guess. You can guess very minimal plot points.
But you can't guess the outcome.
And even
any
then,
type of twist.
The Russo brothers have like a reputation for like putting things in the trailers that don't happen in the movies to throw you off.
Yeah, no, and I appreciate that.
Yeah. So who knows what's actually going to happen? Like, if any of those scenes from the trailers are even going to happen. Yeah. Like, those could just be entirely bullshitted. We could be getting in a completely opposite movie. Tony Stark just fucking dies in the first 15 minutes. They're not going to do that.
Yeah, I was about to say, that's not going to happen. But all I know is that there's going to be time travel. Like, because I saw a set photo of, like, old Tony Stark. And
with, like, young Captain America.
Yeah, it's like, what the fuck's going on? Like, it looks interesting. But that's a movie that I would have seen regardless. So.
Yeah. And another thing, not a movie this week to go into.
Are you about to bring up the Joker trailer?
Oh, shit. Do you want to?
Yes. Okay. Because that actually looks like it's going to blow every other DC movie out of the water.
Yeah, and it's not even part of the connected DC universe.
Like, I thought it was interesting that it's just the Joker, and it seems like he's kind of the anti-hero of the story. Yeah. And, but, like, just from the way it's shot, obviously Joaquin Phoenix is a fucking amazing actor, and it's like, it looks fire. Like, I love that trailer. I'm going to be one of those people that's going to watch that movie and then immediately just, like, want a Batman movie of him facing off with that Joker. Yeah. Did you see the Gotham Joker that they, like... I sent it to you. Yeah, you sent it to me. It looks like... it looks like a maid just fell into a vat of chemicals. Yeah. Like, it looks like... Consuela Joker. Yeah, that's what I was about to say. Like, it looks like Consuela from Family Guy just fell into Ace Chemicals, and that's the Joker that came out. I mean, I'm happy they did something different. Yeah, it's original. Yeah, but Gotham is also a very interesting show. I was actually, I'm like interested in watching that show just because I have such an extensive knowledge of Batman's lore. It's like obviously they do a lot of different shit, and it's like it would be interesting to just see what they do. A show I wouldn't mind watching is Krypton. Because I always, like... I know years before, Brainiac's in it. Yeah, years before they announced the Krypton show, I was like, I want to make a movie about fucking Krypton before Superman. Yeah. Before it exploded and shit. Like, I was on that way for a while, and then they announced that, and I was kind of excited. Then I saw it was going to be on Sci-Fi, and I was like, oof. But I think it's on DC Universe now. Oh, okay. So, I don't know. We'll see. But that Joker trailer is that Joker movie. Here's the thing: it was Joaquin Phoenix, so I had expectations. But I think from the slight glance we get, like those have definitely been raised. Yeah. Those expectations. And another thing was really just wearing me out from the beginning was they were talking about at one time 3 different Joker movies. They were talking about Joaquin movie studios Phoenix. Are literally retarded. Yeah, like Joaquin Phoenix Joker, and then there was going to be a Leo DiCaprio Joker, and then there was going to be so fucking stupid. And then a movie about Jared Leto's Joker. 3 Joker movies. All 3 of those were rumored at the same time. I mean, if they were just rumors, then who knows what was actually. DC does not know how to like. They have like 80 They're making a Trench movie. You know, Aquaman, the movie about the one scene where they go through all the fish monsters. They're making an entire movie about those fish. I think what are you insane? What are you thinking right now? I think James Wan requested that. What? I think that was like, oh, you want me to do Aquaman 2? Do this. I just don't understand. Like, are they going to be the center of the movie? Is it going to be some other people? I feel like it would be other people going through the trench. But we already saw Aquaman go through the trench. Like, but Aquaman has superpowers. I don't know. That shit is just... Okay, any person who doesn't have superpowers is going to get murked in 2 seconds. Yeah. Like, I mean... There's like a million of those fish in that one little area. Yeah, I definitely also think, kind of going into Aquaman, that the lore that they introduced was very interesting. Yeah, no, they did. They did a great job of like establishing lore. Like 5 different kingdoms and shit like that. Yeah, that's all cool. Too bad that movie was just, it's such a popcorn like movie. It's so
I think that what best describes it is the song that they made.
Oh yeah, the Pitbull with Africa. That song
remixes Africa.
I was watching Anthony Fantano. He had this one video where he's talking about like new songs that came out that week.
Yeah.
And that was on the worst part of the and the way he describes it, he's like, yeah, Pitbull just starts off the song by going, whoa! And it's just, that's how and it just blows your ears out. Like, it's just, he just screams at the top of his, or does his Pitbull woo loud as hell. Oh, God. And then it's an interpolation of Africa. That's amazing.
I remember I just saw a meme and it said, "Hey Siri, show me the worst combination of words you possibly could." And then it said, "Pitbull remixes Africa for Aquaman movie." And I was like, "Oh my God!" Like,
oh my gosh.
But
that is so funny.
Anyway, so straying away from DC movies.
Yeah.
The Rise of Skywalker.
Oh yeah.
The new episode 9 finally got a name and a teaser trailer.
The trailer itself, I was not, like, I didn't even really have strong feelings towards.
It's a teaser, so
yeah. But
what about the end?
What's the end? I know she like jumps and slices the plane.
The very
oh yeah, the
Palpatine's laugh at the ruins of the second Death Star.
That'd be a weird one. That'd be interesting. That's an interesting direction.
Well,
then again, I'm gonna see this movie. Yeah, so it's like no matter what the trailers do, I'm gonna see
apparently the trailer has won over a lot of people who have been very much like fuck the sequel trilogy, like
whatever. Anybody who's saying fuck the sequel trilogy, I don't even want to know them.
Yeah.
Like not because of their taste in these movies, but I get a sense of their personality, and it's like, I'd just rather not even ever talk to you.
Yeah, and so, but apparently it's won over a lot of those people, just that trailer, because J.J. Abrams from the start, when he first came on for episode 9, he was like, you know, this last movie is going to wrap together all 3 trilogies, this trilogy of trilogies, like, beautifully. Like, it's going to be the, like, perfect ending to the saga. It's going to wrap everything
in
together.
A couple years, or at least in 10 years, they're going to come out with the episode 10.
Here's the thing.
Like, it's gonna
I don't care. I want them to.
Yeah, they have to. The only thing I request is that they wait a minimum of like 10 years. Yeah. It has to be a while.
You can't
have
just
to build up
anticipation. Because I remember when...
Because it was 16 years between episode 7 and episode 6, right? Something like that. Like, we got
between
the prequels.
6 and 1.
I mean, no, I'm talking about between 6 and 7, because those are direct sequels. Like, we got the prequels, but...
Yeah,
that was like 16
1983
years, something like that.
To 2015, so that's 32 years.
32? Shit, I thought it was 16. Oh, I guess 16 since episode 1
came out in 16.
Okay.
So it was...
I'm fucking tripping.
It was 16 years from the end of the end of the originals to the start of the prequels was 16 years.
Okay.
And then end of the prequels to start of the sequels was 10 years.
Okay.
So I think they need to wait at least 10 years. But also, like, one thing I saw, and I was like praying to God this wouldn't happen, was... This channel was like speculating how Star Wars movies were gonna like do their releases, and it
was gonna be like one every year for like 100 years or something like that.
But it wasn't even that. They were like, well, I think Lucasfilm is just gonna get rid of like the whole trilogy concept altogether, and they're just gonna start like doing it like Avengers movies, where you have a titled, like a numbered episode movie come out like every few years with movies in between to like build into it. And I was like, no, please the fuck
please
not.
don't
like,
do that. Like,
That's a terrible idea.
I already feel that the world itself, like episode 7, everyone was hype, and then immediately after that, like that hype has not gotten to that level again.
It was about, for the first 6 months after it came out, everyone was
talking about it, and then it's like... It.
And then people just took a turn on it out of nowhere.
Yeah.
And... here's the thing, is it's kind of similar to what happened with the prequels, but the difference between the two is that the sequels are well-made movies.
Yeah.
Whereas the prequels aren't.
I feel like I need to rewatch episode 8 again. Just to...
yeah.
Because I only saw it once. Or wait, did I? I think I might have seen it twice. Either way... I feel like, and I need to like take into the consideration some things that people have complained about, but also I've watched videos that like argue the points that people were complaining about, and like those videos made more sense to me. But that might also be biased. Like, I don't know. I need to see how it flows.
I think
it did have enough like epic moments where it, like, you know, if a movie can like drop my jaw to the floor. And
it does that.
Yeah, no, whatever that lady is, Hyper shoots.
My only problem with that scene, it's a beautiful, like cinematically beautiful scene.
Yeah.
Jaw drop, like amazing.
Yeah.
But it does create like a plot hole, and okay, if she just does that, like why haven't people invented like hyperspace missiles that'll just do that to fucking everything?
Well, maybe no one's done it because they're... I don't know. That's not really a plot hole.
It's not
That's
a
just
plot
like something you could think of to...
But it does. It's like...
I don't think that hurts the plot of the movie at all.
It doesn't hurt the plot of the movie, but it does hurt like kind of an aspect of the universe as a whole. It's like...
I guess.
Why haven't we seen that before?
Maybe because
no one was... such an effective tactic.
I mean, maybe because no one wanted to kill themselves and shoot a... I can see that never happening until that point.
You can shoot something into hyperspace without somebody on board.
Yeah, I guess.
Either way, I thought it was an absolutely like amazing, beautiful scene, and my jaw was absolutely all the way dropped.
Here's the thing. Anytime like silence is used, people underestimate silence. Just pure silence. You know what I mean? Like, have you seen Akira?
I've seen part of it because you showed me like half the movie, and then I think I fell asleep.
The very opening of Akira is like, it's just a shot of a highway, and it's all like painted, and then it just goes up, and then it's like a whole city, and then you just see an explosion. It just wipes out the whole city, and there's no sound, and it's like, and then it just goes, it just cuts to like the inside of like a dark cave, and then just red letters say Akira, and it's like as big as the entire screen, and there's just like drum hits. It's like that's one of my favorite movie openings.
Have you heard that they're making a live action? And it's gonna be
fucking kill myself.
I forgot who it's gonna be directed by.
Read the manga or go watch the original. Like I guarantee you it's better. I'm not saying for you, I'm just saying anybody, like, go watch that.
Yeah. I know Leo is actually on to produce.
I don't even give a fuck. Like, I can guarantee you it's going to end up like Ghost in the Shell, where it's like, why not just go watch the original? Like, shit is fucking AIDS. I really am, like, I am tired of the sequels and just the remakes, and it needs to fucking stop. Like, it's not going to, but I wish it would. It's getting very...
There are some stories that
like
deserve to be left as a one-off.
My eyes are just rolling into the back of my head every single day. I see just like, they're just like, we're making a My Neighbor Totoro movie. It's like, why? Fucking why?
I think there is demand for things like that.
There is, but it's also just watch the fucking original, man. I can guarantee you it will be better than whatever they produce. I guarantee you. But yes, there is probably a market for it.
There's a market for it, which means money.
Didn't Ghost in the Shell like fail?
Yeah, but I mean, you can argue that movie was set up to fail.
What, from her being the whole controversy before?
Not just the whitewashing controversy, but also like it's not based off of a movie. It's based off of like the anime and manga. Mm-hmm. Or there might be movies about it, like previous animated movies.
I mean,
but
there is a Ghost in the Shell movie. It's not like a TV series. It's a movie.
Okay. I know... Okay, I'm not a Ghost in the Shell expert, but...
Yeah, no, neither am I.
I know that the biggest complaint from, like, fans of Ghost in the Shell was that, like, the movie wasn't long enough and there wasn't enough time to fully, like, show the true scope of everything that was happening.
Yeah.
And so a lot of people were very upset about that because, like, it just didn't show enough.
Yeah.
And so maybe they tried to combine a storyline from 2 movies into the storyline of 1 movie. I don't know.
Maybe.
But,
I don't know.
Yeah. That was the biggest complaint from, like, fans of the movie or fans of, like, Ghost in the Shell, original anime, manga, whatever the crap.
Yeah.
Was just that it was trying to do too much, that it cut out a lot of small details and made a lot of it just, like, unwatchable or not significant at all.
Yeah.
So...
Well, I'm saying, didn't it fail at, like, the box office?
Yeah, and that was one of the reasons why.
Oh, okay.
And another was just because, like, looking at the trailer, it just looked like another very much, like, nothing movie.
Exactly. That's what I'm saying. Like, so many movies come out, and it's just, like, this just feels like nothing.
It's just it looked like a CGI fest.
Yes, exactly.
And, like, looking into...
Like, there are talented artists that work on these films, but it's just, like, as an overall product, it's...
Which, some of those can pleasantly surprise you. Like, I've talked about it before, but, like, Alita...
Yeah.
Definitely, like,
I still haven't seen that.
Yeah. I don't even think it's in theaters anymore.
Yeah, it's probably not.
But that definitely pleasantly surprised me. Like, I went into it thinking it was just going to be, like, CGI fest, don't care about the story, it's just robots fighting...
Which can be good if it's good fight scenes.
Yeah, it was robots fighting, and it was great fight scenes, but I just didn't expect to be, like, sucked into the world and, like, the lore and the story building as much as I was.
Okay. Did you end up seeing the second Pacific Rim?
Dude, that was trash.
Yeah, a lot of people, like, said it was terrible.
It was the first Pacific Rim, one of my favorite, like...
Big, giant monster movies.
Yeah. Like, I guess that's the way you describe it. Like, I liked the first Pacific Rim more than I liked Godzilla.
Yeah,
like,
I feel that.
By a good
I
amount.
feel that.
And I remember after I watched it with you and your brothers, and we walked out, and they were like, "Man, that was good." And I was like, "Yeah, they're gonna make a sequel." And they were like, "Why would they make a sequel?" Like, I think Chase was like, "There's no reason to make a sequel." And I said, "Money."
Yeah, I was about to say they don't need a reason; they'll just fucking make one up.
And literally, it was just so much build up for just this not great fight. Like, there was one fight scene
in the entire movie.
Okay, there was 2 fight scenes, but, like, the last fight scene, you didn't watch it?
No, I didn't see it.
So there was one at the very beginning and one at the very end. And that was it. And
How long is the movie?
It's like 2 hours long. It's the most disappointing sequel
so you pretty much have to wait.
Seen.
So you have to wait like an hour and a half of movie to see another fight.
Of just, like, boring development that means nothing to you because none of the original characters are there besides the scientist, Charlie Day.
Yeah.
Charlie Day is a fucking amazing...
Isn't he the bad guy?
He's the bad guy. He's an amazing villain. I love Charlie Day.
I want to watch the original again because, like, it really was really cool.
Oh, it was
I
great.
enjoyed it.
But Charlie Day as the villain was, like...
I don't think he has what it takes to... Especially just because
the type of villain that he plays... He does it good. Like,
wait, so he's good?
He's great.
Oh, okay.
The movie just set him up to fail.
Oh, okay. I was just saying because only thing I know him as is Charlie from Always Sunny, and it's like I cannot imagine him that same person.
Well, he also plays a scientist in the first Pacific Rim, which is already very opposite to Always Sunny Charlie.
That's true, but also I felt like I don't know why that worked, but I just don't see him like being the mustache twirling.
You need to see the movie because the way they set up the villain. Actually, don't watch.
I was about to say
movie.
I'll just skip through it and just watch the important shit.
Basically,
are the fight scenes good? Mediocre.
Very mediocre.
Fuck. Yeah, this movie sounds really, really weak.
Yeah, no, like I remember I was going into it. It came out at the same time as Ready Player One did.
Mm-hmm.
And I saw Ready Player one day, and then I think I saw Pacific Rim the next day.
Yeah.
And Ready Player One, I've already gone on record, is one of my favorite movies of all time.
Really? That just from the trailers, I got a kind of nothing vibe from that movie.
You need to watch it, dude. Trust me.
I'll watch it.
But no. So I was like very high standard for movies coming out of Ready Player One,
mm-hmm.
and I go into Pacific Rim Uprising thinking, okay, like second Pacific Rim, let's do this. And it was just trash.
Boring as fuck.
Like, John Boyega's character is nothing. Like,
damn.
He plays Idris Elba's son.
Mm-hmm.
And it's just nothing.
Yeah, sounds weak as fuck. I'm not gonna lie.
Like, I can't think... besides Cars 2, I can't think of a more disappointing sequel.
Really?
Yeah.
I'd say Texas Chainsaw Massacre 2 is a more disappointing sequel.
I feel like movies that aren't set up to have a sequel automatically don't count because the sequel is going to be trash.
Yeah, I don't really think I could even find an example of a movie where they didn't set up a sequel and then the sequel that ended up happening was good.
Yeah.
Like, I don't think that. There may be some out there.
There might be a few, but like for the most part, like if the movie doesn't leave room for a sequel...
And you just kind of force one.
They're forcing the next movie for money reasons.
Yeah.
And then what comes out is just obviously just very contrived. Just.
Do you think? Well, I mean, do you think the OG Star Wars kind of set up?
Oh yeah, no, for sure. It was always planned to.
Okay. Yeah, I guess you're right.
I think George Lucas had originally planned 4 trilogies.
Fucking George, whatever.
Yeah, I don't trust George Lucas's opinion.
I was going to say anything he says. I watched this one documentary about the making of Number 1, and it's like the most amazing thing I've ever seen in my life.
Episode 4? Or
no, episode 1.
Oh god.
But no, it's like the producers, whenever they finally see the final product, the whole movie, he's like, I'm a master, and I've just been building this movie perfectly. And then the producers see it and they're like, what the fuck is this?
Yeah.
They're literally furious at him, and he's like, oh, I don't know. It's like it's amazing.
No, it's
there's like 30-second shots of him just looking at 3D models, like 3D printed models of like Dexter Jetster, just like looking at it. Like 30 seconds of him just like,
oh my god,
looking at it. It's like,
I don't want to make this go into hating on the prequels for too long, but like they're so like prequel humor is literally just like farting. Like you go to Tatooine in episode 1, and it's just like everyone's just like walking around, and then like they're space camels.
Jar Jar Binks farts, and he goes, whoa.
Their space camels are like farting.
Yeah.
And like they're just like piles of shit. And George Lucas is just sitting there like, oh, this is the pinnacle of comedy. Like,
he's like, we spent 15 days rendering that pile of shit in our CG program. Oh my god.
Like, and then just Jar Jar Binks, just in general, Jar Jar Binks.
What if instead of Palpatine, Jar Jar comes back, bro? Is Jar Jar dead? Like at this time, like
no, Jar Jar's still alive as of the end of the original trilogy.
Well, what about episode 8?
I don't know. Jar Jar's be really fucking old.
Really?
Well, maybe because the prequels take place like 70 years before the sequels.
Wait, the prequels take... wouldn't they take 70 years before the original trilogy?
No, the prequels take place... Because Luke is born at the end of the prequel.
Oh, shit.
And Luke is like 19.
Okay, never mind.
In
You're
episode
right.
4.
Fuck, I'm tripping.
And then like another like 40 years happens between 40 years happens between episode 6 and episode 7.
Damn.
So overall, episode 1 takes place like 70 years before episode 7 and 8.
Damn. That's cray.
But yeah, so Jar Jar would be, I mean, possibly alive.
Well,
but
maybe his race lives a long time.
I hope the fuck not.
The Jogawogglers, they live pretty long. Oh, that's what they're called.
Yeah, not Jogawogglers.
Okay, what's next on the entertainment bracket?
All right, so we've got Disney Plus.
Oh, okay, we can talk about that. Oh, yeah. The Mandalorian.
Yeah, so The Mandalorian kind of comes with Disney Plus. So if y'all didn't know, Disney is making like a Netflix style like streaming service.
Mm-hmm.
And basically it's going to have the entirety of Disney's library from like all TV shows, movies that they've ever made, and that now includes Fox. So like Disney Plus is going to be the streaming home of every single season of The Simpsons.
Damn. Too bad 80% of it is not worth watching.
Yeah. I've seen a couple new episodes that aren't bad, actually.
I'm not gonna watch it.
Yeah. No. I don't watch it like because I want to watch it. It's like my stepdad, my little brother will watch it sometimes, and there are some not bad episodes that have come out recently.
Yeah, I'm sure they exist.
Yeah.
It's
like SpongeBob. Like, it's just the first few seasons were so good, and everything since then has just been extremely hit or miss with an emphasis on miss.
Yeah, pretty much. That's a very good way to put it down. But yeah, The Mandalorian.
So, and with that, there's going to be original series that come out, and there's 3 announced for Marvel and 1 announced for Star Wars, and the one announced for Star Wars is The Mandalorian.
Yeah, The Mandalorian, we watched a little behind the scenes teaser,
bootleg teaser clip
thing, and I'm not gonna lie, it does look cool. Like, I would watch that just off visuals alone.
I think it very much plays off of everyone for so long has been like, why the fuck can't we see Boba Fett?
Yeah, but this isn't Boba Fett.
Yeah, this isn't Boba Fett, but it's the same kind of character.
Do you think they should have just made it a Boba Fett show? And make him actually cool.
Plans for Boba Fett.
Okay.
So, like, well, here's the thing: is that before
Josh Trank was gonna direct a Boba Fett movie, they had test footage of him crawling out of the Sarlacc.
Even after that, though, they were because Josh Trank and his Fantastic Four ship went down, and then they put a stop to the Boba Fett. But after that, they were gonna announce. Apparently, this year they were supposed to be announcing like an Obi-Wan movie. They were gonna announce a new Boba Fett movie, not Josh Trank, a different one. And they were gonna announce a few other things. But then Solo happened.
Yeah.
And Solo just bombed at the box office.
Yeah.
And didn't do great critically, even though a lot of fans actually liked it.
Have you seen it?
Yeah.
Is it worth watching?
Oh, it's worth watching. I think Alden Ehrenreich, people talked a lot of crap about him as Han, but I think he does a good job.
Yeah. I
think if you go into the mindset of like, not like this is a Star Wars movie, but like this is like kind of like a Marvel, like a non-Avengers Marvel movie. Like if you look at it in that aspect, it will pleasantly surprise you. But you can't go into it with the expectations of like an episodic Star Wars movie or like Rogue One.
I mean, I don't even have any expectations. Like, I'll just watch it and
it's on Netflix right now.
Okay.
So, but yeah, I mean, it just failed so badly that they said, okay, people don't want spinoffs.
It's like, that's kind of a general statement. I love how corporations make decisions. They choose something that's like unrelated just because it failed.
Which everyone was boycotting, or all of the Star Wars fucking nerds were boycotting Solo because they were like, we're not going to give Disney any more money because they messed up episode 8, which we've already talked about this. I'm not going to fucking go into that more. But so they were so pissed off, and then it backfired because every single one of those fucking nerds that boycotted Solo also wanted an Obi-Wan film. But then they were like, oh, you guys don't want spin-offs. Okay, fine. We'll cancel the Obi-Wan film that we were making. And everyone was like, oh, fuck.
I don't even give a fuck about an Obi-Wan movie. Like, it could be cool, but I don't care.
I want an Obi-Wan movie with Ewan McGregor very badly.
Like I said, it could be cool, but if I never saw that movie, I'd be fine. That's just how I feel. Okay.
No, I just think that Ewan McGregor as Obi-Wan brought a lot of the like bright spots of.
He's like, probably the best character in the prequels
by far, and especially like the end of episode 3, like on Mustafar. Mm-hmm. Like that is like, even though the entire like prequel trilogy is very bad, in that one scene, like that minute-long scene, like. You can almost like feel the emotion that's supposed to be there if the movies were good. Like, it's not that one scene in any way redeems an entire trilogy of shit, but like that one scene is a glimpse at how amazing that trilogy could have been if it was better executed,
handled by someone other than George Lucas.
Yeah.
But I'm not gonna lie, I'm not going to download this new Disney Plus app. But you said you're gonna get it, so I will just freeload and because watch The Mandalorian off.
It comes with, like, it's going to have every single Marvel movie, every single Star Wars movie, it's gonna have all of these originals. It's gonna have like oh my gosh, these dogs are wilding out.
Fuck it.
Yeah, Harley just likes to bark. That's just her thing. She'll literally just bark at anything for a very long time. It can go on for like 30 minutes at a time before.
Well, fuck it. Let's just keep going.
Yeah. So anyways, that's what that background noise is.
Yeah.
But, yeah, so they're also going to have like a Marvel Elseworlds type show.
Oh, like What If?
Yeah.
Yeah, that sounds fire.
And I don't know if it's going to be like with MCU I know it's a cartoon, but I don't know if it's going to be like kind of MCU themed or if it's going to be just like,
it'll most likely be MCU. They've turned literally everything into MCU looking.
Yeah. The
comics, everything. So
I think there's a lot of cool shows, and I think that there's only going to be more that'll get announced. Mm-hmm. And that they'll put on there. And so I'm really excited for it.
Of all the Marvel shows you were talking about, I'm not interested in any of them.
Yeah. So you've got Bucky and Falcon, Vision and Wanda, and then Loki.
I feel like if Cap dies in this I would be down for them to make Bucky the new Captain America. I think that'd be fucking cool.
Yeah, I think he's gonna die.
Bucky or Cap?
Cap.
Oh.
But between the two of them, I don't think I have a preference for which one I'd rather see.
Or, yeah, because they could do
Bucky and Falcon.
Yeah. Or fuck it, make them both Captain America.
Captain Americas.
No. Just the Caps. Cappers.
Cappers. The Cappers.
Yeah, they both cap him.
Yeah, no. But I think there's a lot of... Oh my gosh, these dogs are just wild. And sorry.
Fuck it.
I think there's a lot of interesting content that's going to be coming out there.
You said there's a Loki show?
Yeah.
And then...
And all of them will be having, like, and they're not, like, shows. They're going to be, like, miniseries, like, 8 to 10 episodes.
That's good.
Like, they're not going to be, like, multiple seasons long.
Yeah, for the love of God, do not make it 13 episodes. I think all of the Netflix shows would be a lot better if they didn't have to be stretched out to 13 episodes. Well, they stopped
doing that for the most part.
Well, that's good. I'm just saying from the very beginning, like, make them a lot shorter. Have less episodes where Foggy is tracking down leads.
God. That's season 2 of Daredevil is literally just ruined by Foggy.
I fucking hate Foggy. He's probably my least favorite character in the entire MCU.
Like, seasons 1 and 3 are amazing.
I still haven't seen season 3.
Season 3 is back on the level of season 1.
I'll watch it.
But, yeah, seasons 1 and 3 are amazing because Foggy isn't being a bitch the entire season.
He's like Matt. Matt. That's every single scene. It's just like, Matt, come on.
You can't do this to us, Matt.
Come on, Matt.
Is Matt doing this again? It's him and Karen Page just like crying, just like,
yeah.
I can't believe
Karen's
you.
like, I had to kill people.
Yeah. I can't
And then the whole
believe
time,
you're back doing this, Matt. You promised us you wouldn't.
And Matt's just out there doing kick-ass fight scenes.
Yeah.
Like,
you have people that care about you.
Is there another tracking shot that goes through a building or some shit in season 3?
Oh, like that one.
Well, there's one in season 1 and season 2, and both of those
I think there is, but it's not coming to mind.
Okay.
But no, the fight choreography in Daredevil season 1 is fucking ridiculous.
Dude, that hallway scene, I was so hyped for that first season, and I enjoyed it until I just had some time to reflect on it, and I was like, damn, this is not as good as I hoped it would be. But it's also not terrible. It's not bad.
I would say that there are very few shows that are on the level of seasons 1 and 3 of Daredevil.
Yeah, no, it's not bad, but it's also like, in my head, I had this amazing vision.
You were like
and then
saying that
like,
it was better than Breaking Bad when we were first, like for the first few episodes.
Did we say that?
I think you said that.
Did I say that?
Yeah.
Shit, I was wrong as fuck.
Yeah. But, yeah, no.
I think I'll just like skip through season 1 and 2 and just get the Cliff Note, watch the cool fight scenes, watch most of the Punisher scenes, because I did, in season 2, I enjoyed every single part of the Punisher being in it.
Oh, yeah.
I thought he was amazing.
I still haven't watched Punisher season 2.
Yeah, I don't know if I'll watch any of that.
Yeah.
But I'm definitely going to watch season 3, because everyone said that's really cool.
Yeah, season 3, just the whole dynamic. You've got Daredevil, you've got Bullseye.
Isn't Bullseye like barely even in it?
No, he plays a major role.
Oh, well, shit.
Yeah.
That's cool.
But no, you've got Daredevil, you've got Bullseye, you've got Kingpin.
Yeah.
And basically, a lot of it is, not to go into spoilers, but like a lot of it is like kind of this 3-way power struggle.
Interesting. Okay.
And it plays off. Especially
do I need to watch any of Hero, or what's the main show? The Defenders. Because isn't some of it connected to that?
You didn't watch Defenders?
Fuck no.
Defenders
I was completely
great.
I was completely off Netflix Marvel shows at that point.
Really?
Yeah.
Defenders was great.
Okay, I'll watch a Cliff Notes version of that.
I really enjoyed Defenders. I think all Netflix Marvel shows are amazing, but always have one major flaw per season.
Yeah.
Or like per show, per season, whatever. With Daredevil, it's Foggy.
Uh-huh.
With Luke Cage, it's the fucking villain that comes in.
Snake Eyes or whatever the fuck.
Yeah, like there's Cottonmouth and Copperhead? No.
I think it's Copperhead.
There's 2
snake villains.
Diamondback,
okay.
Yeah, Cottonmouth and Diamondback. And I forget which one is which, but the one played by Mahershala Ali, fucking amazing.
And then the other one's like goofy as hell.
The other one is like a CW villain. Like, he's funny. So bad. Like, the entire time I was like, God damn it. But
see,
Mariah Stokes.
Oh, okay.
Mariah Stokes is fucking amazing throughout the whole thing.
I'm not gonna lie. I'm not gonna watch any of Luke Cage or any of Jessica Jones.
Yeah. Jessica Jones, I think, is the weakest of all of...
I watched the first couple episodes whenever it initially dropped, and then I just...
The first season of Jessica
stopped.
Jones is amazing. The second season is just not at all.
Yeah.
Just because the biggest flaw in Jessica Jones is her friend or like stepsister or
the blonde girl.
Yeah, she's awful.
Okay.
And she plays an extended role in season 2, and it just like makes me want to die.
That's funny.
Like, she has the worst character. Like, it's almost Foggy level bad.
Interesting.
But Luke Cage, I think, would be an amazing TV show if it wasn't in the MCU.
Really?
Like, if it had no tie-ins to, like, having to deal with, like, all these extended superhero shit, like, having to know, like, the Defenders, or, like, with his first villain, Diamondback or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
Second season villain, Bushmaster, fucking great.
Bushmaster?
Bushmaster.
That's his name.
He's from Jamaica.
Bushmaster. Damn. That sounds lit.
He's a pretty good villain. But, like, if it wasn't for the fact that they felt the need to tie it into the MCU, like, if it was just about a bulletproofed motherfucker that went around and beat people's ass.
Yeah, that does sound cool.
That would be an amazing show. Like, if it just didn't have to tie in.
How do they even... So he's bulletproof. How do they even threaten him in the show?
Well, the first season, they threaten him with, like, they call it the Judas bullet because Judas killed Jesus.
Yeah.
But they call it the Judas bullet, and it's actually one of the only tie-ins to the greater MCU, is that it's made from metal, from
vibranium.
I don't think it's vibranium. It's alien metal from, like, the Battle of New York.
The event. They call it the event.
The event.
It's like, even though nobody would fucking say that, they'd be like, oh yeah, that giant fucking alien invasion.
Yeah. So it's made from metal, from that, and basically it's strong enough to, like, drill itself into Luke Cage's skin.
Mm.
And then
so they try to shoot him.
Yeah.
That's the...
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, and then what's his face, Diamondback, like, puts on, like, these, like, you know, like the Shocker in Spider-Man Homecoming. It's like that. He puts on, like, that style shit.
Badass.
And then in season 2, Bushmaster basically just has the same powers that he has.
Wow.
But
yeah, I don't know. I'm never gonna watch any of that.
I don't know. So I think the Disney Plus shows will have a lot more feel of the Marvel movies than they do any of the Marvel TV shows.
Interesting.
Because, like I said, it's all going to directly tie in to
the movies,
greater, like, MCU.
Okay.
So that's a big reason why that interests me. But also, like I had said earlier, just the fact that it's going to have all of those freaking movies and TV shows.
Yeah, no, it does sound like a good deal. For how much a month?
Yeah, $6.99.
Yeah, no, that's a stupid deal.
It's
if you're a big Disney
a month,
fan, like,
or
that
$70 a year.
Oh, yeah. That is definitely worth $70 a year.
Yeah.
For all of that. Yeah.
So,
if you're a big enough fan, I just know I'm not going to.
Yeah. All right. So
let's see. Yeah. What's up next?
So we can go into Mortal Kombat 11.
Oh hell yeah! This is the only thing I contributed to the talking points. I'm just super fucking hyped for this game. Like, I'm literally just counting down the days until this game comes out.
I've seen them announcing new characters.
And you played a little bit of the beta.
I did, yeah. I enjoyed the beta a lot, actually.
Yeah, what I like about it is it's like, I don't know, it feels like quintessential. It's not too technical. It's because, like, if you play, like, Marvel vs. Capcom or Tekken, or especially Marvel vs. Capcom, if you go online in that, people will juggle you for a minute straight. You're just in the air getting hit. And it's like, this isn't fun. Like, I press buttons and nothing's happening.
Yeah.
But it's like, in this, it's very... You can just hit people, and then it's like, it always comes back to, like, the standstill where you're face to face.
Yeah. Another thing I love, like, the design, the whole concept that they're going for right now is, like, old meets new.
Yeah.
So they're doing a lot of, like, very much, like, classical designs, but they're also bringing in, like, these newer takes on the characters too.
Yeah.
And so I'm really excited for that, because, like, I've seen, like, both the old school and, like, the new, like, designs for Johnny Cage.
Oh yeah, he looks... I'm probably gonna main Johnny Cage. I'm gonna have to try them all out. I've been watching. They have this thing called the Combat Cast, and it's a live stream of the developers. And one of them is an ex fighting game like champion. Like he used to professionally do it, and they just go through their moves and everything like that. And it's like every single character looks so good. I don't even know.
You're so finally excited. After like a long time of not like really knowing who the like elder gods are. Yeah. They're finally introducing some of the elder gods as playable characters.
Yeah, Cetrion. She's pretty much like Poison Ivy. Yeah. Like she's very...
I heard a lot of people didn't like her design and like just didn't like the character. They're like, it looks too much like a DC Comics.
Like, I'm not gonna lie, she does look and play, like even her attacks look like from Injustice to Poison Ivy. Yeah. But I don't know. It's like... If she plays well, people will play her.
And then there's another elder god that they just announced too.
Geras or something.
Yeah, I don't know.
He looks pretty dope. The main villain of the game is called like Time Bitch or something like that. She been manipulating time, and the whole idea is. So how much do you know about like the story of Mortal Kombat?
The only two that I've played are 9 and 10. Mm-hmm. Those are the only ones where I like really know the story.
So you pretty much got everything you need to know.
Yeah, I mean I know the story from like 9, and I'm kind of on a lot of the story from 10 where you're fighting Shinnok. Yeah, and like how all the people that died in 9 were kind of like resurrected as like these villains that you had to defeat and whatnot, and then eventually like they go back to like their normal selves.
Yeah, well, right now Liu Kang and Kitana are like bad guys and they're ruling over NetherRealm.
Okay, but I don't give a shit about NetherRealm.
Yeah,
it's like the only two that really like matter that much is Outworld and Earthrealm.
Or wait. NetherRealm, I meant Outworld.
Oh,
my bad. NetherRealm is the fucking... Or I'm
pretty sure NetherRealm is just basically hell.
Well, I think they're like the same thing. Like Outworld and NetherRealm. I think they're the same thing.
I don't even know. I'm not like an expert on Mortal Kombat lore.
I'm not even gonna lie, I've been watching a ton of lore videos on like every
Mortal Kombat does have really good lore. Like something, it's like... Well, if they didn't fuck up the movie so bad, like I would love to see Mortal Kombat movies.
I'm not gonna lie, they could do like a mini series on HBO or some shit. Like that shit would be cool as fuck. Yeah, they could really do like a good job with that. But I don't know. So the main villain is like this time lady. She manipulates time, and apparently she has been watching everything, even from the very first one, from the cabinet arcade game. It's like, that's who, in the trailer, how like, it's like you see the OG Scorpion, it's the Scorpion from the OG game. And so the whole timeline, because like in the original timeline led up to Armageddon, where pretty much everyone died, and then Raiden sent a message to himself, and then which started MK9, which is like the new timeline where little things got changed. But now it's like both timelines are they're just bringing everything together.
That's really cool.
Yeah. But like, I mean, even beyond the story, like just the mechanics, like I played the beta, and I'm going to go heavy on this game. It's going to be that and Apex, just back and forth.
Yeah, you got me into Apex.
Apex is very, very
Although fun. My only 2 wins were the 2 wins that I got when I was playing on your account.
I mean, it's not like Fortnite, but I don't even know where to go on Apex to see my wins.
Yeah, no, I don't either, but like you kind of got me into it.
It's fucking fun, dude. I love Apex. Especially when you got a good team. Like, it's very easy to be good at that game for some reason.
If I have like a team member that's just like actively talking shit, I will like be the biggest troll and just like intentionally like blow the game. Like there was this one guy who like I got knocked and he was like, stupid fucking piece of shit, you got knocked. Like,
I'll just like
he still like revived me. But like he was just like, I can't believe how fucking stupid you are. And like we were kind of being pinned down by like an entire squad, and it was just me and this other guy. Our third guy had died before, and I was just like, all right, you know what, fuck it. And I just like ran out and just like
got
let
killed.
them kill me.
Yeah.
He was like, are you fucking kidding me, dude? And then they just ran up and killed him.
It's like, have a fun time dying, bro.
Yeah, it's like, what do you gain from being this fucking toxic?
Well,
like,
also, it's like, what do you think you're gonna win the game by talking shit to your teammates?
Yeah.
Like, it doesn't make any sense.
If you're going to be like an asshole to people you're playing against, whatever. Like, it's still an asshole move, but like you could talk.
Playing against, you can't even communicate with them, so it's like.
Yeah, I guess it's more other games where you can communicate with people you're playing against that I'm thinking of here.
Like Halo or something like that.
Halo or like Rocket League.
Oh my gosh.
Rocket League gets real fucking like
intense.
Toxic in the chats and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So, but like if it's one thing to do that, but like what do you gain from talking shit to people that you have to like be friends with?
Yeah, that are gonna help you win the game if you want.
Yeah, it's like you're not gonna just call people like stupid assholes and then be like, all right, teamwork, guys. Like,
yeah, but I mean, to be honest, I have gone through and like I've gone heavy to where it's like I just spent half an entire day just playing round after round, and like it's surprisingly not toxic, at least for me. Like most of the people I run into are just like, hey, got some gear over here, and you go get it, and you like, hey, someone behind me, on me, and then they come and help you and kill them. It's like I've found like one day I straight up added like 7 people that were actually good at the game. Yeah, I was like, dope. Like
I've only
was
had
not like that at all.
3 people that I've been in a squad with that have been like absolute just dickheads.
Yeah. And usually I just leave the match or something.
I
mute them or leave the match. Yeah. But unless they're shitty, then I'm like, I don't.
Yeah, if you're talking shit and you're bad at the game, like,
no,
you have no right to even be playing this game, my guy.
The thing about Fortnite is, like, I play anytime. The majority of Fortnite, if you got on right now and like joined a squad game, it's most likely gonna be like, does anyone have a mic? Please, does anyone have a mic? They're gonna say that 8 times and then get killed in the first 10 seconds and just be like, oh damn, and then just leave the game. And it's like,
there was one time playing Apex where I got one of the kids in my squad was like the stereotypical like Mexican kid.
Oh,
where
he's got dogs barking in the background.
Yeah, he got what we got going on right now, like dogs in the background.
There's a vacuum cleaner going,
baby crying,
a TV
somewhere. The mom's yelling at somebody.
He probably has a shaved head, but he has a scar on his head. You can see the scar.
That's disturbingly accurate. Yeah, no, I got paired with the kid like that, and I was like, holy fucking shit. Like, I left him unmuted for a little bit just because I was laughing.
Yeah.
Like, it's...
I don't know. I don't ever... Like, I've never really been the type of person, like, if I'm... Only time I'll get on mic on a multiplayer game is to actually, like, communicate and get the game won. Like, I never go on there just to, like... Fuck you, motherfucker, you suck. Fuck you.
Yeah, no. I usually don't even turn my mics on.
Playing... only time I do is whenever I hear somebody in there and they're like, hey... And they sound like a normal person. I'm like, okay, cool, I'll talk to you. But, whatchamacallit... in Mortal Kombat 11, I had, like, 2 people that even were on the mic. And I beat this one Russian guy. And, I could just hear him. Like, I could just tell he was just cussing me out. And then there was another, I think it was like his dad or something. But there was like another Russian guy in there, and he was like, and I don't know. It was very funny. I was like, beat the fuck out of this Russian dude. That's really funny.
Yeah, no. That's always great when you can talk shit to somebody from a language barrier.
Oh, I remember one time playing Fortnite, there was this Russian kid, and I just, like, all I know is, like, how to cuss in Russian. Mm-hmm. I know suka bliet, which means fucking bitch, I think.
Yeah, I know that because Charles.
Yeah, and then there's one other one that I don't remember, but I know how to say one other cuss word. I just need to be reminded. But, whatchamacallit, then... I do know like Das Badanya. I don't know what it means, but I know that it's a Russian word. I know it means something. But I was just like, Das Badanya, and he was just like, and I was like,
oh my god, this dog is wild now.
Yeah, no, these dogs are really going crazy.
Yeah, I am very sorry to whoever. If
do you think the mic's picking it up that bad?
It picks it up usually. Harley will literally bark at like, if there's evidence that something has a heartbeat and it is not within like this house or the backyard, she will just like mercilessly bark at it for 45 minutes.
Man, that's something else. That's why like I've never liked yipper dogs that just yip. You know what I mean?
She's by far the worst one like this I've ever had.
Yeah. Even whatchamacallit. Oh my gosh.
The Jack.
Jack. Even him, he was a tiny little chihuahua, but he was not bad like that.
Oh, Jack.
He was one of the only chill chihuahuas I've ever known.
Jack was such a chill chihuahua that people would be like, "What kind of dog is this?" And I'd be like, "It's a chihuahua." Like, can you not tell? And they'd be like, "It doesn't act like one."
Yeah.
Also,
I literally
fat as all shit.
They're the only dogs that I actively like want to kick. You know, because they would just be so easy. I wouldn't even have to put that much power into it. And I could make them fly. And it's just, they'll just bark. And you take one step and they run up, they just hit the track meet away from you. And it's like, God, I fucking hate you, you little bitch. Like,
there are definitely some times where I could, like, drop kick Harley out of, like, out of the backyard. Like, she's a very sweet dog.
Yeah. Around people she knows.
Yeah. But she just barks.
Yeah.
So much.
Bumper, the only thing I remember back in the day, Bumper didn't really bark a lot, but when she did, it was always she would be quiet for so long, and you would just be sitting there watching TV, and I'd be like laying down next to her, and then like in my ear, she would just be like, "Ruff!" and it would hurt.
Yeah, no, it's
Beef has like bass in his fucking barks. Like
Beef is just. I mean, he's old now, but like
he's still got a loud bark.
In his prime, he was the most terrifying dog I've ever met in my life. Because like Beef was for those of
sexually assault people.
Yeah, for those listeners that do not know, Trey's dog, Sir Barbecue Beef Sandwich Cromartie the First.
I'm so happy you know how to say it perfectly.
He is an American bulldog.
Is he?
Yeah, because y'all thought he was an English bulldog.
Old English. But I'm pretty sure he's just a bulldog with Down syndrome.
Yeah, he's just, maybe he is an English bulldog, but he's just like actually fucking like retarded or something. And he just looks like an American bulldog. But, no, so he is a 100-pound bulldog.
He's like 80. He's like 80 pounds.
Okay, yeah.
At his most, he was like 90.
Which
is still pretty big.
The biggest head I have ever, like head to body ratio I have ever seen on a dog. And when he was like a year old to when he was like 6, he would just like mercilessly sexually assault
anybody.
Anything.
Yeah.
Any breathing like being.
Mostly girls, but like, I mean, he wasn't that. He didn't really, he didn't discriminate.
Beef didn't discriminate, yeah.
Yeah.
I still have scars on my back from New Year's Eve 2009.
You still have scars?
Yeah, I do.
That's fucking
because we were playing hide and seek, and Beef was like, or no, Trey was like, okay, I can't find you. I was hiding under mattresses, so I was like trapped basically. And Trey was like, man, I can't find Collin. I was the last person. And he opened the door to the room that we were in, and he was like, Beef, find him. And Beef just instantly like found me hidden between the two mattresses and just absolutely raped me.
Yeah.
And
we were talking about PTSD the other episode. Like,
yeah, this is every time I see Beef, that's all I can think of.
Really?
No, but
okay, I was about to say.
Or
he's very nice now. He's very chill.
He's chilled out a lot. I mean, it's been like the past 5 years.
He's been chill for a minute.
Like, I haven't seen him hump anybody since like middle school.
Yeah. It's because we never cut his balls off.
Massive balls.
Yeah, oh yeah, he got some eggs. Like, they look like eggs. But I think he got hella testosterone.
Yeah. But no, he was something else. I still remember when it was me, you, and Drayton, and we were upstairs.
Oh yeah.
And Beef was being really chill, and then he just all of a sudden just got in the mood.
And he started humping you, and you were like, "Help me!" And I started pulling him off, but I was like, "What if I was like, wait, we can let him finish." And then for like a half a second, I was like, "We can just let him finish." I said that. I was like, "Just let him finish." and then I was like, "Nah, I should probably take him off." And then I pulled him off.
Oh God.
Yeah.
All
my dogs have been some rascals.
Yeah. No, I've had a great history of chill dogs until like now.
Yeah, but even most of your dogs, Willow is like the nicest.
Willow is a mini golden doodle, and she's basically a cat.
What a great name. She is very cat-like for a dog.
Like, she doesn't bark. She will just like curl up in random places and sleep, and like just all of her mannerisms are like a cat.
No, yeah, I feel that.
She's like 10.
Damn, for real?
Yeah, she's old too.
All these old ass dogs.
Oh God.
No, I think I already know whenever I take Loafer, like whenever I move out and I take him, eventually I'm gonna let Loafer chill out because he's still like, he's only like 3.
He looks no, he's older than 3.
Is he? 3 or 4? He's like 3 or 4.
Cause
he's not.
He was like,
I know he's
6
not
months
5.
old.
Yeah.
When Bumper died and you got him.
Yeah.
And Bumper died in like 9th grade.
Yeah.
Which was
20. Wait.
That was 5 years ago now.
Are you sure?
Yeah.
Damn. I need to check because I posted on Instagram about it back in the day.
It was like 2014, and so it's
2014? Like no, there's no way.
Yeah,
I think it was.
Man. I'm telling you.
Let me check my Instagram.
The passage of time always just like blows my mind. Like, someone the other day was like, "Oh yeah, Frozen 2 is coming out," and I was like, "Damn, already?" And they were like, "It's been 6 years," and I was like, "It's been fucking what now?" Like, I remember when the trailers for the first Frozen were coming out, like...
first Frozen? Wait, yeah. That's been 6 years?
6 years.
Damn, yeah, no, that's wild. Let's see.
Yeah, I did not think it had been that long. I was like, oh my
God.
Like,
oh shit, it was 2014. Dude, how are you, like, on top of...
I just have a great... It's good that we're friends because my memory is good enough to where I can remember literally fucking everything that you've forgotten.
It is a good asset. I like that.
Because I can remember shit from when I was like 2. Like, I remember a vacation that I took to Egypt in 2000.
Wow.
Like, I remember riding a camel and being on the beach in Egypt.
I do not remember anything from the year 2000.
Yeah, but I actually don't remember 9/11 very clearly. I remember like and I don't even know if this is something I actually remember or just like something my mind is like transplanted for that day. But like, I do vaguely remember like my parents freaking out because something happened in America, because I lived in Amsterdam at the time. But I do vaguely remember my parents freaking out over something, but I don't even remember if that's an actual memory I've had.
Interesting.
But I do remember things from like the year 2000, 2001.
I don't. I know for a fact.
I can say I remember shit that happened like 19 years ago now.
Yeah, I literally only have one memory of being a very small, like very, very small baby. And that was, I just remember watching Barney and there were 2 girls and I was just crying my eyes out. And they were trying to like calm me down. They were like, "Oh, it's okay." And then we were just watching Barney, and that's all. And like, I know it's true because my mom was like, "Yeah, there were these 2 girls, like Heather and something else. I don't remember the other girl's name, but I know one of them was named Heather." and they used to babysit me. And so,
you know what's crazy is that,
and I still remember that very clearly.
They're probably like in their mid-30s now.
Oh yeah, no, they have kids.
Like that's crazy to think about. Like people that were like my age that I knew when I was little are now like in their 30s or like maybe even like almost 40s. Some of them.
They some adults.
Yeah. Like.
Yeah.
The passage of time, man.
It's fucking wild.
Yeah, no.
Speaking of passage of time, how deep are we into this podcast right now?
Oh shit! What a
good. Yeah.
We're about almost 2 hours.
Yeah, I think we should start closing up shop. But yeah, overall, Olympics.
Yeah, no.
Entertainment.
We hit like the big three: Olympics, entertainment, and
passage of time.
The overbearing and overwhelming passage of time.
Yeah, that's pretty. Yeah, that's a pretty.
The big three.
The big three.
Big three right there, man, giving me anxiety. You ever just like been like laying in bed and just be like, I'm gonna die one day?
Yeah, sometimes.
Yeah, that happens to me and it like gives me a heart attack.
Yeah. I mean, I think everyone is a little bit. You just don't think about it a lot, and then you're like, "Damn, I'm really gonna die in this hole."
Yeah, like, it's not to have a full-on existential crisis on the podcast, but I mean, yeah, like there is. I don't remember the first time I realized that I was gonna die.
Apparently, a lot of people say, like, I think as a kid, kids don't really even process what death is for the first couple years until they're like 5 or something, and then they realize that people die, and then it's like 10 whenever you realize that you're gonna die. And then I mean, but obviously everyone like gets over it because you have to like live your life. You can't be
you can't just like
every day
you get
just
about 80 years give or take, and you can't spend that entire 80 years being like, damn, I'm gonna die. Like that would be
that'd be a waste. Yeah, totally.
Yeah.
But that's why life is for living.
Life is precious, boys.
Yeah, for sure.
And girls. We're not sexist here.
Yeah, and polywoggler.
Yeah.
Intersex. Yeah. Zer.
Z-zer pronouns.
Yeah, Z-zer.
We respect y'all.
Yeah, for real.
But
JK, that's some clown shit. I was listening to this one podcast with this one like battle rapper named Daylight, and he was like, yeah, I just think we need to exterminate all trans people.
Oh my god.
I don't agree, but that shit was fucking hilarious. Just him saying that. I love just outrageous, bold shit. Like,
yeah, like
that's some of the best comedy to me.
Yeah, comedy.
Yeah, no.
Very clear it's
I do not endorse genocide in any way.
In any way?
Yeah.
What if we genocide criminals?
Criminals? I mean, what do you mean by criminals? There's big as
like if you jaywalk, I'm gonna fucking kill you.
Yeah, no, I'm definitely against that.
Oh, okay. I'm for that. We need a way.
Shit.
Control the population.
Kill me then. I've jaywalked before.
Yeah, no, control the population, man. Like,
yeah, we're fine. We could fit everyone in the state of California. Well, like, we could fit everyone in Houston.
That is true.
Like everyone on the planet, we could fit here. I'm not worried about.
Wouldn't be very comfortable.
Running out of space. It wouldn't, but I'm just saying that goes to show how much space we have.
Well, it's not space; it's resources.
I guess. I don't know. I'm just not worried about none of that shit.
Well, apparently, I've read like one of like the vegan arguments is like, if we didn't waste so much like land on like cows and like growing feed for cows and chickens and whatever, so we could like feed them so we could eat them. If we didn't waste so much land for their feed, that we'd actually be able to like triple the global food supply.
Nah, fuck that vegan shit. I like eating burgers.
Yeah, I was about to say, you expect me to give up bacon for future generations?
Did I tell you about my plan? I actually want to go to a vegan debate, like a serious vegan debate. Hopefully it's just an open thing, and I want to walk up there and propose that.
Oh no.
I want to propose, and like people will try to kill me for saying this, but I just want to say that animals are fucking gay and they deserve to die. And they deserve to die. That's what I want to say. And just have people be like, oh my God. Just be like, they taste good. If animals weren't supposed to be killed,
why are they made out of food?
Why do they taste so good?
If animals aren't supposed to be killed or eaten, why are they made out of food? Checkmate, vegans. Like,
oh my God. And then be kicked out, be dragged. Like, people would literally just like take me off the stage.
Just be ripped apart by crowds.
No, and I would literally have like 30 pieces of paper, like, that I'd be going through, acting like I have a whole argument.
Just be like,
and yes. And then just be like, I propose that animals are fucking gay. But yeah.
Oh my gosh. That would be... If you ever do that, you need to film it.
Oh, I would have someone in the crowd filming for sure. I can't not document that. But yeah, that, like, I want to do that. That'd be funny as fuck.
Yeah, no, that, like a bucket list thing. That's how you go out. Like, you're like 90 years old on your deathbed.
Before I go.
Well, I've told you how I want to die, how I want to go out, right?
Oh, yeah. No, you said you wanted to... I mean,
yeah. So
is it the same one from a long time ago?
Yeah, I borrowed this from my cousin a little bit, but yeah.
This shit is...
I'm going to gather up as many, like, AK-47s and, like, guns and explosives as I can, and I'm going to go out to, like, the last remaining white rhinoceros sanctuary, and I'm just going to
There's, like, one left. I'm pretty sure there's, like, one.
No, that's a specific kind of rhinoceros.
Oh, okay.
But, like, rhinoceros, there's, like, 80 left, I think. So I'm just going to go out to the last white rhinoceros sanctuary and just fucking kill all of them, or as many as I can before they kill me. And I'm going to be known, like, if I'm leaving this earth, the white rhinoceroses are coming with me.
Oh my God. That's fucking ridiculous. If I was really, really old, have you seen the one episode of Regular Show where they drive the golf cart off of the side of a cliff, and that's a sentient golf cart, and they drive him off the side of a cliff with a bunch of fireworks? They, like, light the fireworks and...
Okay, yeah, I have.
Do something like that.
Yeah, just some crazy shit.
Yeah.
I think my biggest...
Or at least attempt doing a bonsai skydive.
What's a bonsai skydive?
It's where you jump out without a thing, a parachute.
Oh, and you throw your parachute out and you catch up to it?
Yes, pretty much.
Oh, fuck that.
That sounds fire. I'm not even gonna lie. Or do the one where you're tied to a chair, but you have a knife in your hand and you have to cut the rope.
Just imagine dropping the knife and just being like, well, fuck.
just fuck. Oh my God.
Like, I can see somebody doing that as a stunt. You'd have to duct tape the knife to my hand. Like,
yeah. Because you would drop that hoe, I feel like.
Oh, yeah. Like, that's why I don't get...
But that's why you're 95, so it doesn't matter.
Yeah.
And then for the last couple minutes of your life, you just get to, like, see the world.
I heard this story about this one guy who was trying to, like, who was skydiving, and he was trying to get, like, a cool picture of him parachuting, or of him skydiving, where it looked like he was walking on the cloud lines.
Yeah.
And they got the picture, but they had to deploy parachutes immediately. And when he tried to deploy his, it wouldn't go.
And so he just died?
All of his friends had already deployed.
Damn, that sucks.
And so they just, like, watched
They got the picture, though.
Yeah, they got the picture. But, like, they were like, okay, if he would have, like, done that sooner...
What?
Then they would have been able to...
Didn't he just have a faulty backpack?
Yeah, but if he would have figured it out sooner, one of his friends could have, like, picked him up.
Well, shit. R.I.P. to random dude that died.
He got that picture,
though. I want to see that picture.
Yeah, I saw it.
He
is
looks
a dope
so happy.
picture.
He's like...
Yeah, like, literally, like, 30 seconds before he dies.
30 seconds? They were that close to the ground? He must have been falling for a couple minutes.
Yeah.
What do you think? Like, you're just like...
Shit.
Just like... She.
Okay. this last story I'll tell on this podcast.
Yeah.
So I had the most, like, not the scariest, but the most, like, terrifying dream that I've ever had.
Okay.
Last summer while I was working at my camp. And basically what I had to do was I had to accept my own death in a dream.
Okay,
and
that's fucking intense.
It was, it was. It was basically, and dream logic, so don't, like, judge me.
Mm-hmm.
But, like, I was on a bus outside of Victory Lakes going to old middle school.
Were you young or?
I guess. I didn't question it.
Yeah.
And we're just on the bus, and all of a sudden, just like 3 black holes pop up in the sky. Like, it's like this beautiful, like, picturesque blue sky, beautiful day.
Yeah.
And then just like 3 black holes pop up in the sky. And I'm like, holy shit, those are black holes.
Yeah, we're about to get sucked up into that.
We're going to get sucked up into these black holes. And, like, as we're all getting, like, sucked up, it's, like, slow. Like, this dream took, like, hours, it felt like.
Damn.
And I'm just, like, sitting there, like, accepting my own death. Like, okay, I'm going to die. Like,
did you come to peace with it?
yeah, I did.
That's good.
And then I woke up and I was like, what the actual fuck just happened?
I had a dream I got arrested for, like, spray painting. I was spray painting on a wall in this alley, and I just saw 3 cops walking up, and I just accepted that I was going to get arrested.
Yeah, that's like, a little bit lower stakes.
No, it's definitely lower stakes. But, like, they were like, and they were some rude-ass cops, too. They were like, God, you piece of shit. They're just, like, talking heavy shit. And there was 3 of them.
Yeah.
And they're all just, like, they, like, put me in the car, and the whole time, they just won't stop. They're just like, you are the scum of the earth and stuff. And I'm just sitting, like, but I didn't even say a word in the entire dream. I was in the back of the cop car, just in my head, I was like, damn.
Well, there are actual, like, cops that are like that,
Fuck
too.
yeah. A lot of
That's one of the most,
psychopath-ass
like,
cops.
terrifying things to me is just,
running
like,
into a psycho cop.
Yeah, just, like, being arrested and beaten for no reason.
Yeah,
like,
a power-hungry...
you've, like, that shit... I've seen, like, videos of that where it's just like...
Because you can't be helped.
Like, this innocent guy is just getting absolutely, like, clobbered by a cop.
Yeah.
And it's like... And, I mean, it happens all the time.
Yeah.
With, like, people just getting fucking killed by cops and...
No, there's literally so many where they're on the ground, they're like, I'm not resisting, I'm not... And you see them, they're not doing anything, and they just, like, shoot them. It's like... What the fuck, my guy? Like,
and I'm not anti-cop. I'm not getting political here. Not anti-cop, but there are police that are like that, and it's the most terrifying fucking thing on earth because there's nothing like you cannot be helped in that situation
unless there's just a brave ass civilian that's gonna try to help. But that's
even
doubtful.
Then, that civilian is going there. Like the police department is gonna see that civilian.
You assaulted an officer. Yeah.
Like, doesn't fucking matter. Like, you don't get to use your judgment to deem whether he's right or wrong.
Yeah, he's like, right. Always.
Your only hope is that you have a not asshole cop.
Yeah, pretty much.
That is your only hope in a situation like that. And that's terrifying to me.
Yeah. That's why you just drive safe. Don't get pulled over.
Yeah,
Try not to get pulled over. Sometimes you can't avoid it. But, yeah, we just kind of ended on some dark notes, but... We always do that.
You want to bring it a little lighter before we end?
I mean, I don't really care. I mean, it's just like have a good day.
Yeah, have a good day.
It's a beautiful day.
Don't get
outside.
arrested.
Game of Thrones tonight.
Game of Thrones tonight, or if you're listening to this,
whenever
Game of Thrones, like a few days ago.
Whenever this is released.
But yeah, no, we're definitely hyped for episode 1 of season 8 to come out.
And I'm guessing we're just going to watch all of season 8. Or will you be at camp by that time?
Oh, that's a good point. It'll only be over a 5-week period, so I don't think I will be.
Okay. I think we're going to talk about the ending of the whole series once it's all wrapped up.
Once it's wrapped up, once everything's done.
Definitely have Jake back.
We'll have Jake back on, and we'll kind of give it a season and series recap.
Yeah, pretty much. But yeah, that's pretty much it.
Yeah, all right. So thank you so much for listening to the 8th episode of Conversation Havers podcast. Definitely glad we've made it this far.
Yeah, no, we just gonna keep going, clocking these hoes out. It's fun. This has been the one that I feel the most like. I didn't even realize I was recording a podcast this whole time.
We definitely, it was like a good conversation that was had.
We be professional conversation havers. Don't doubt it.
All right.
Yeah. No, for real.
All right. Well, thank you so much.
Conversation ending now.